Starting from test 13, when the player moves towards the enemy, you can see the enemy chases the player, and when the player exits the enemy chase radius, the enemy stops chasing. And moving on to test that, actually tested test 14 as well. And test 15 you see by clicking J and or the left mouse click button to attack the enemy. And also notice right now we are level 3 and we have health 66 out of 74. So now we attack the enemy. You can see there's damage number and there's blood splash as well animation. Oh, I've accidentally ended the trigger show. So this is the final test. The final test is to try out the trigger zone, and the trigger zone is basically for transporting from one part of the map to the another part of the map. And you might not hear when we enter the other part of the map, there's a music switch. So when we return to the original map, yes, and the music did not switch back, but that's the last test. And so continuing with the previous test, when we attack the player, there's a blood splash and there's damage floating number as well. So that works and is as expected. And now the next test is to kill the enemy. And when we kill the enemy, we should have extra experience points, and the enemy should also be displayed on the screen. So you notice on the top left, we have the player has increased from level 3 to 4, and he has a greater max health, and it has full health when it increases level as well. So that works, and that tested for test 17 as well. So moving on to test 18 is to move within the enemy attack zone, and when we let the enemy attack, we should take damage off from the enemy, and the health bar on the top left should indicate that we have health points lost. So now notice the top left, the health is decreasing, so it works. And moving on to test 19 is to test for the villagers dialog boxes. And when we press space next to a villager, there's a dialog box shows up. Press space again, there's another text, and press space again, there's another text. Let's test for the other I better secure this log. Let's test for the other village as well, and it works as well. And for test 20 is to move into a test trigger, a quest trigger, to see if a dialog box shows up. So it says here there's go to tent, which is the first quest. So when I move around, when I move back to here again, the quest trigger does not show up again. So this is also tested for invalid ones. And let's move to the tents. and it shows you reach the 10. So that dialog functions properly when we finish the quest, and we try to move back to the same place, and the dialog box no longer is gonna display. And just to leak, then there will be a quest on there will be an item quest on taking the crystal, but if the quest isn't activated, we couldn't take the crystal. But let's do the quest on finding the crystal. So this is item quest to find a crystal, and we try to get the crystal now, and it says you got the crystal, so it works properly as well. And next we test for the enemy quest. Enemy quest is shown here. Kill 3 red slimes. If we try to kill 3 logs, we kill 1 log, and try to kill 2 slimes. So we kill 1 log and 2 slimes, so we killed 3 enemies in total, but it doesn't set quest complete because it's not 3 slimes. But if we kill 1 more slime, it says well done, you killed the evil slimes. So the quest completion requirement is checking properly, and that completes all the testing for quests. And now we check for 24. 24 is to pick up items on the map. I try later because right now it's quite full, the inventory. So let's try to use it first. So let's move on to test 25. Test 25, actually test 25A, to test when we have full health and health potion. When I try to use the health potion when we are in full health, it doesn't work. But when we have health taken off, and using a health potion, it is going to actually going to use the health potion and recover some health. And try going back to picking up items on the map when the inventory when there's spaces in the inventory, and let's try picking up the item on the map. And when we enter here, you see the item has been added to your map. And try the max health up function, the item. So notice the top left, the current max HP is 110, but when we press max health up, it changes to 140. And that's pretty much completed all my testing of this game. Thank you for watching.